Hey y'all, welcome back to the Smoke Dungeon. DV here. And today I'm sharing a little bit of a progress report on my Warlord games, Hail Caesar, Epic Battles, Punic Wars stuff. This is my Carthaginian army, and I also am going to show you where I'm at in painting this. I'm done with some of this stuff. Well, I still got to varnish it, but I'm done with some of the stuff. I just started some of the stuff, and then I'm in the middle with some of the stuff. So I thought it would be kind of cool to show y'all, my process of just how I go through this sort of thing. And some of you might not give a damn. Others of you might be into it. I don't really care because I just felt like I wanted to share it. And then I'm also going to open this guy because I've been waiting for this, y'all. Yeah, the baggage train, dude. Everybody loves a camel and a cart. You know what I'm saying? So first off, let me start by telling y'all that me and my buddy Cairo have managed one game of this at our annual Graying Legion gathering. And I broke my rule because I used this army and it's not entirely painted, y'all. And that is like one of my hard and fast rules, but it's just the two of us that play this out of my friend group. So we just wanted to try it out, see how it went. I did enjoy it. I'll tell you stories about that, but yeah. So anyway, the goal was we were each going to do a 300-point force out of the rule book here. Page 169. I was Carthage, he was Rome. So these were all the models I built. I have the huge starter set. You can see my other video on that, or don't watch it. I don't really care. But yeah, so I built all these Carthage dudes. So let's take a look at them. You know what I'm saying? So, first things first, I cut them all off the sprues, right? Clipped them off the sprues. I didn't sprue paint these dudes. I primed them. I actually primed them on the sprues, I think. I think I primed them off the sprues and then clipped them. Yeah, based upon some things I see here. So I primed them on the sprues. GW Wraithbone. It's like a tannish color. Comes out like this, y'all. Right? Like that color. I use that over white because I like that for browns. And on these dudes, there's a lot of browns, tans, etc. So the first step I always do on these guys, most of them, is I go in and paint the flesh. All right. So like these are some sling dudes. So I just go in and I paint the flesh. And this is with a contrast, Gilliman flesh. So we do that, all right? Pardon my Memoir 44 board here in the background, dude. Me and the 7-year-old been playing some serious Memoir 44 lately, which pleases me to no end, y'all. So I paint some flesh, and then we'll go in and we normally paint some spears and stuff, or some browns. I'll then go in and paint the browns. So I'll do spears, and then I'll go metallics. So, and for the browns, I like to mix it up because I feel like you'll notice on these dudes, there's like a dark brown color for spears and then a light brown because I feel like all wood is not the same. Giggity, giggity. You know what I mean? So that's what we go with there. And then I'll go in and I start doing shields and uniforms and stuff like that. Now for this army, it was interesting because I wanted to make some units look very uniform and then some look ragtag. So I'll go over that. So these ones are my actual Carthaginian infantry. And these dudes are done minus some decals. Okay? So check that out. Real easy. So just quick rundown of colors here. I used a Vallejo brass on these shields, this goldish brass color. This is a Vallejo chainmail. This is some kind of purple. I think it's just probably a Vallejo purple, whatever that's called. Then more chainmail and brass in here. And then you'll notice some of these dudes, I painted beards on them, mustaches and stuff. Others, I was like, fuck it, I ain't doing that. So, because like, who's really going to see it? Because if I'm being honest, when I realize when I play this game, this is what you're looking at most of the time. Your dude's butts, right? You hear my stomach? It's way early in the morning, dude. It's like, what time is it? Dude, it's 4:45. Yeah. I haven't been sleeping much lately, dude. Yeah, that's why the videos have been a little few and far between. Because here in the dungeon, I've been not sleeping, but I also have been painting my ass off, dude, instead of making videos and stuff. So, yeah. So these are two more. These are the other 3 bases to my unit. You'll see I reinforced the purple. Some of them I outlined in black. This is a contrast purple, I'm pretty sure. And this is just like a regular paint. I tried to mix it up, but I did want uniformity in this dude, in these, this unit of dudes, since they are like the core heavy infantry of the Carthaginian army. So that was my ultimate goal I was going with. And you'll see that all of their shirts match. Now, when I say match, they don't all necessarily match, but they're all either purple or white. So that's what I wanted to do. And the shields on these dudes are technically not finished because I'm going to decal some of them with the dope decal set that this box set came with. So those dudes, and you'll see the bases, right? Because the bases on these guys are so small, the actual base work on them, this is just some GW texture paint, some really old stuff I have that's almost dried out. I think it's Armageddon Dunes or something. It's like some desert thing. So I just threw that on there just to give it a little something. And then on a few of these, you'll notice that there is some static grass. And the static grass, I actually have like a little bit of a, it's like bothering me a little bit. So we'll talk about that right now. So these dudes are some Numidian light infantry dudes. And I love these dudes, man. So what I'm talking about is the grass here. I use this like brown static grass. I don't know. What color is this? Hold on. It's right over here. Highland Tough. And I think it's too close to the same color as the desert shit. So I think I got to go back in and buy some like light, like really almost yellowy kind of tan dead grass. And these dudes are super easy to paint, these guys. Because they're just prime tan. And then I go in with the flesh, and then I do either a white or a skeleton horde here. The white, I don't know if you can tell here, but I go in with just like a regular Vallejo white, and then I contrast on top of it. So, and then the shields are either, this is a contrast yellow. I feel like it comes out nice to be like a hide shield. And then this one is skeleton horde. And then I just go around with a bronze or brass or bronze ring. I don't know. Javelin dudes. And you see, really, the reason I use the texture paint is to cover up those extra holes, dude. And yeah, I could have just put like some putty in them and painted over them. But I was like, you know what? If I just slap some texture paint on there, it'll clog those holes, right? Giggity, giggity, giggity. Here's some more of these dudes, right? We have 2 to a base. And it's funny, like, my buddy, he uses an airbrush and stuff, so his Romans are all, like, almost done. And I'm still over here churning away. But whatever. It's all good. These dudes, Numidian cavalry, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I had a super fun time painting horse dudes, yo. I like something about it. I didn't, I think there was one base of dudes I painted. I painted like all 5 of the horses the same color. And then I was like, what the hell am I doing? Like, let's not do that. So then I started mixing them up. And I thought it was really fun to, I mean, that sounds kind of lame. I don't know. It was really fun painting horses, dude. Like different color horses. And you see they're all just different browns. I didn't paint any of these horses black or white. Because I'm not like super knowledgeable about equines. Like, let's just go with that. Although, like, I am kind of knowledgeable because, like, my dad is a huge racetrack dude, right? He's taking me to the track all the time. So I know a little bit about horses, but I don't know, like, what kind of horses were in Numidia or, at that point in time, and, like, what colors they were and stuff like that. So I just tried to stick with regular browns. I threw a few gray ones in there, y'all. But you'll see I finished 4 bases of these dudes. Super cool. Super cool, y'all. I think they came out really nice, dude. Like my horses. Then here, these are some dudes who aren't quite done. These are going to be the Carthaginian heavy cavalry. And you'll notice their shields are just brass or bronze, whatever color, because I am going to put decals on these dudes, or decals, however you want to say that. And then I just have to go in and paint their armor. And then I got to figure out what color I'm going to paint their capes, y'all. Because I kind of wanted all their capes to be the same, but I haven't decided yet. So I'll deal with that. I was thinking like maybe purple, but then their helmet plumes are purple. So I was like, I don't know. This dude is my current commander. I got to finish him. See, I put some work on him. A little bit more detail on this dude. And this is kind of crazy if you think about it because of how small these dudes are. But like I was painting gems on this guy's chain right here. You know what I mean? On his horse. What is that? That's like a bridle or whatever. So, I mean, these dudes are like way detailed. You could actually throw a lot of detail on these dudes. But I don't know. There's diminishing returns on that, right? So these are some archer dudes. And these are painted just like them javelin dudes. You know what I'm saying? I got to finish this base. You'll see I haven't finished this base. I got to paint the rims on it. So that's what I mean. There's like stuff on these guys that are done and stuff that's not quite done. But I've been hammering away at them. You know, I've been hammering away. I know on a table they look dope. So now we're going to look at some stuff that is not quite finished yet. And I'm going to show you that. So these dudes I've been working on. None of these dudes are like glued in yet. So I'll just show you these. These are like the Allied Italian infantry. And these guys, so you'll see what I'm just doing here. I did different color feathers and stuff on the head. These shields, I don't know if I'm going to go in with another color over top of the metallics, or if I'm going to put decals on these dudes. I haven't decided yet. I was trying to stick to a black and red theme for their helmet plumes. And then I was like, you know what? Who cares? Like, let's just get kind of crazy on them. So some of them, you'll see there's some different colors on there. Like white, red, etc., etc. So I just got to go back in and working on the shirts on these dudes, the tunics. Little tunics. And then I got to base them. And then those dudes will be done. These guys, I just started the other day. All I did on these guys was skin and metallic. These are some other kind of warband. But I actually use these dudes as an allied infantry detachment. So, and the trickiest thing is like the shields here. Do I go uniform, like make them all the same? Or do I go crazy? And the reason I say that is because it vastly increases the amount of paint time you're going to put on these guys. And by that, we're going to take a look at these dudes. Because this is the warband unit. And you'll see these dudes are like Celto-Iberians, I believe. Is what they're supposed to be. And I wanted to paint these dudes so I could use them as Celtic Iberians. Or I could use them as Germanic dudes. Because I'm pretty sure at some point there's going to be like a Germanic army for Hail Caesar, right? And here's the difference. When you are painting these dudes like a warband, you want like all their capes and stuff to not be uniform. So like going in here and picking out all these things is like a pain in the butt. Even though I'm using contrast paints on most of the capes, which is super quick, it's just changing colors. So many times of changing colors. You know what I mean? Because you don't want them all to look the same. So you have to go in and do each guy's hair, right? And then you got to go in and then you do each guy's cape or whatnot. But you don't want the pants next to a cape to be the same, or like the cape, if you're using a brown, can't be the same color as the hair, and vice versa, vice. You know what I mean? So it's like a super time-consuming effort, but it's super cool. And then I'm going in, I'm working on the shields now. I finished all the capes, so I'm working on the shields. And what I'm doing is I'm blocking out individual colors, and then I'm going to go in and paint some patterns on them. So some dudes will have stripes, some dudes will have circles, you know what I mean, all kinds of stuff. And yeah, that's what we're doing there. And you see, very rarely do I put two shields of the same color together, etc., because I want them all to be like different. Like these dudes are supposed to be like almost like a barbarian war band or whatever, so they got to be a little bit crazy. And you know here's something that's crazy, is every time I look at this stuff, I always find like one spot I missed. And maybe that's because I paint this stuff late at night or whatever, but I'm always like, oh shit, I never painted this guy's arm or whatever. And you see, I tried to like stay away from bright, like a lot of really bright colors for the capes. And then of course, as soon as I say that, this one has one that's red right there. But I think that's the only red one. Oh, dogfight out front, y'all. Dogfight. So I tried to stay away from like bright colors on these dudes, besides some of their hair. I like the orange and whatnot on some of their hair. And I tried to stay away from the bright colors because in my mind, you know, it's like in that period of time, ancient time to medieval, I feel like most of the colors would be drab, but I have no idea why I feel like that. You know what I mean? And as a person who went to college to study ancient histories and things of that nature, I know for a fact that they had bright cloths and all that kinds of stuff. But for some reason in my brain, I just want them all to look like drab and whatever. So, and then last but not least, we got these same dudes doing the same sort of thing on these guys. You know what I mean? You can see some of these dudes I painted mustaches, some of them I didn't. I got to go back in and paint the torques around their necks. Just put tiny dots of silver on there or gold. And then same with the armbands, dude. So, yeah, there's a bunch of those guys there. Let me see. Oh, last but not least, these dudes aren't glued down. So, these are my elephants, yo. Now, everybody's like dead hot about elephants. Me, I'm not like the keenest elephant guy. See that? Check that out. Pretty cool though, right? Pretty cool. And the wild thing, if you think about it, man, I forget what I paid for that box. It was retail. But like, this is just a tiny fraction of it. And it's taken me a long time to paint this. I will be honest, I haven't just been painting this. I've been painting the shit out of Battletech, Legions Imperialis, some Marvel Crisis stuff, some World War II stuff, some other fantasy. DB, I'm all over the road, y'all. So I haven't just been painting this, but I've been putting a lot of work in on this. And I'm really enjoying it. So much, in fact, that I painted this dude too. What do you think about this guy? He is a metal cobblestone giant. I've been working on him. And I was like, yo, if you want, you could put him in with these dudes and he could be like a Count's-ass elephant. He's like the perfect size, even though he's a giant. If you want to get a little like fantasy action in on your, you want to be a little bit silly or whatever. So, but this actually came the other day, and this has me really excited. And maybe that shows how big of a Sato DB is, y'all, that I am like super excited for tiny wagons. You know what I'm saying? Tiny wagons. Baggage train. Because like in 3rd edition Warhammer, back when I started playing, like who didn't love you were supposed to have a baggage train and you do scenarios, all that kind of good stuff, dude. So check this out. This was packaged by Maria. Maria. Thank you, Miss Maria. So let's check it out. What do we got here? Oh, tiny resin horses, tiny resin camels, a wagon. Super cool. I forget what I paid for this. It was probably pretty expensive. I feel like these kind of items are expensive, and it's weird because you don't really need to buy them, but they are just super cool. Oh, Becky. Yo, that's wild. Becky puts it in the pack, and Maria puts a pack in a box. Ladies, well done. Well, I should look and make sure it's all there first. Interesting, they don't give you plastic bases with these right away. They give you like MDF kind of squares. That one looks like it kind of got jacked up. But whatever. It's fine. It's fine, y'all. It's fine. Oh, these are metal too. Okay. So that's super cool, dude. I didn't realize that. So all our yokes, it looks like our yokes and wheels are actually metal. Super cool. And then we got some resin wagons. We got a hay bale. And we got some barrels, some mugs. Are those mugs? And they're probably amphora. Yeah, I think they're supposed to be amphora. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Super cool. Super cool. A lot of detail on that. A lot of detail on that. They are resin though, y'all. So remember, you got to rinse them. You got to rinse them before you do it up. Tiny yaks. Super cool. Super cool. And here's one I love because I love a camel. Love a camel. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to priming these dudes. As the winter hits here, DB is going to be painting up a storm, or at least that's my plan, you know, God willing. So, yep, get ready for a lot more videos. I'm going to go through all the stuff I've been painting in the last couple of weeks, because I know it's been a while since I put up a video, even though I've been making them. But that's because, you know why? DB does this for himself, not for y'all. I mean, I love y'all, some of y'all, you know, but I do this for me. So, yeah. Just remember, Carthage coming at you. Almost finished, baby. I'll be done by Christmas. Hopefully, Santa will sprinkle a little Carthage on you. But remember, y'all, be good to one another. Do what you feel.